Hey everyone, welcome to the Pill Pals podcast. I'm Justin.
And I'm Pierre. We're excited to have you join us for some candid conversations on just about anything under the sun.
That's right, from pop culture and current events to life's weirdest experiences. We're here to chat, laugh, and have a good time. So grab a snack, get cozy, and join us on this wild ride of randomness.
As a heads up, we're just two friends sharing our thoughts and opinions, so please don't expect any expert advice.
Yep, we are not trained professionals, just two guys with a lot to say. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into today's topics.
Thanks for tuning in, and remember, you can be part of the conversation too. Send us your thoughts or new ideas for topics on our social media or by email.
We're recording. All right, hey everyone, welcome to episode 4 now.
Yo.
Yeah, we're here. We're on 4 already. It seems like time's going by so fast. Gosh.
It's because we've got so much to do in such little time.
Yeah, and you always have a lot of stuff to talk about.
That's true.
It seems
You
like
never shut up.
I know. It seems like every time we get together, it's like we're like, save it for the episode. Save it for an episode. We say that, yeah, and then we're just like walking around in silence because it seems like everything we talk about,
we're not allowed to talk about anything.
Yeah, because we want to bring it on to here and share it on our platform.
I will say that I have a confession to make before we start.
Oh, that's always a bad way to start. So it's like.
But it's a good confession.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a good. It's not like we need to talk.
Yeah, that's number 1.
Yeah, that's
number 2 is like I have a confession like that. Those.
You know what's worse than we need to talk? Is we need to talk, but I'll call you tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Don't make me wait.
No, that is not okay.
One, there's nothing.
Then you have to follow it up with like, hey, we need to talk. Let's talk tomorrow. I promise it's not bad. Or something like that, or
no, go screw yourself.
I agree,
Talk to
but
me
try
now
and
or
ease
shut
it.
up until
try
then.
and ease it.
No,
actually, yeah, you're right. There is no excuse. If you're gonna talk, it needs to be now.
The previous episode we spoke about sleep.
Yes.
All right, you say some stupid shit like that to me. We need to talk. I'm not sleeping.
Yeah, fair enough. I agree.
Nothing good comes from
that. Yeah, it's like, what happened? What did I do? Yeah, you're right.
But I think that we all do that, right? Like we all like immediately think, "Oh shit, what did I do?
Yeah,
I must have said something. Did you see my thirst trap picture on Instagram?
I think
what happened.
You know what I think? I think a lot of people think, I hope they're okay. Hope everything's okay. I don't think necessarily a lot of people go right to, what did I do? I think they are like, I hope they're okay.
Who?
Me. I do that sometimes.
You think the other person's okay?
No, I'm hoping that everything's okay. I'm worried about them versus something that I did.
Oh, I'm worried I did something bad.
Yeah, I think
I did something really bad.
Yeah. No, I think I usually it's like a concern about them.
I will do that.
Well, no, if you say I have a confession, usually that's
But I also say that shit to you just because it's funny.
It is kind of
like
fun,
when I asked you, like, I need to be honest with you, and then I sent you that picture of the cat with the towel.
Oh yeah, I was like, I know when I got that, I'm like, what the hell happened? I was thinking, I'm like, what is going on?
Everything was so good.
Yeah, I was like, God, something happened, and I don't know what it is.
All right, my confession.
All right. Oh yes, it's confession.
My confession is, even if no one listens to this, when I am on my deathbed, I hope to be listening to these and giggling.
I do like they are kind of fun, yeah. Because I go back and listen to it every once in a while because I was like trying, think of how we can make it better. Mm-hmm. And there's always little things that I don't catch when we're talking that it dawns on me later. Yeah. After I listen to it, I'm like, dude, that was funny. Like the monkey thing. Remember when I was like, monkeys eat tuna, and you go, I don't know, I don't have a monkey.
Goddamn
that shit thing. I was laughing about that. I was like, oh,
I don't even remember saying anything.
I was like, how did I miss that? Yeah, it was funny. So yeah, going back and listening to him, you catch these little things that I think we just do naturally. Yeah. That just we don't even think about,
That's crazy. So yeah, that was my confession.
No, okay. Yes, I agree. I have a feeling we'll listen to these
one day
for a long time, yeah, or at least just to reflect back on a good time. It's a good time, you know.
Oh, that's also what I was talking about. We feel, because there's a lot of upcoming change.
Yeah.
In both of our lives. It's not. I don't know. It was. I think a year ago, we weren't probably in the right mindset to even do something like this. We weren't as close as what we are now.
Right. Yeah.
And life was maybe a little bit simpler.
Back then or now?
Back then.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just think
it was.
with all of the upcoming changes in life, it would have been better to start.
Well, I feel also, though, I do feel like back then, I think it would have been easier to put it off, if that makes sense. Because we're like pretty settled. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're like, oh, not right now. I can do that anytime.
I'll do that on Monday.
Now, yes. Now we kind of have to. Otherwise, it would be really difficult. Because we'd have to set up like times to do Zoom calls and all that stuff. Now that we actually
got the basics.
Yeah, now we can. It's kind of like an obligation at this point, where it's like, okay, we have this podcast that we're doing. Now we got to continue it. You know.
Yes. Even when it becomes insufferable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's gonna be a time where it's gonna be like, oh God, I don't want to do this today.
That fucking guy.
Yeah. Do I have to talk to him today?
It's also funny because we hate like calling on the phone.
I know, but it'll be different though, because we have a goal, an objective. It's not like we're just calling to talk. We're actually working on a project. And it's a creative outlet.
Yes,
so it's a lot more fun than just bullshitting on the phone.
It's like an open book diary of our lives. Journal.
It is a journal
that people can delve into and see.
Yeah.
If they wish.
It's our journal that we're sharing with the world.
Yeah, there's just nothing that exciting that I don't share.
I'm sure there's. Well, you don't restrain yourself from saying things because
here?
Viewers.
Should I?
I do. Yeah, I do. I feel like I don't restrain myself. I restrain how I say things because I think I don't want to be too much. So like when we did the quiz.
Yeah.
And, I'm not gonna go in there and say pussy or something like that. So I try to always be.
Okay, but you just did.
I know, but it was
like the previous episode when you said piss.
Yes, yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah, no, you didn't like that. So that I kind of restrained.
Do you think I don't like it because I might be #prudence?
No, I don't. For whatever reason, I don't really see that. I don't know. Piss.
What?
It's a degrading thing. It almost seems kind of degrading when. Oh,
you know what? Which one I do like? Is I'm gonna go take a leak.
Oh, take a leak. Not take a piss.
No, that's gross.
Bathroom. Where's the toilet?
Drain the main vein.
That's the first time I heard that. That's a good one. Or choke the chicken.
That's different.
Yeah, that is
different.
Oh, yeah, wait.
Different.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Ew.
No, I'm sorry, guys.
It's not that kind of podcast.
Can we edit that out? No. All right. Anyways, take a leak. What are some other ones?
Not what you just said.
Take a piss. Not choke the chicken.
No.
Yeah.
You like drain the main vein.
Drain the lizard.
Drain the lizard?
Yeah, isn't
people
there
don't
like
drain
that?
Lizards?
I know, but I think that's one, right?
That sounds weird.
Now I have to look this up. Where's my phone?
All right, let's come up. Let's see.
Oh, you got yours.
What are we doing?
Yeah. Look up idioms for urinating. See what comes up. Because there's like drain the weasel, taking a piss, take a leak.
Taking the piss means something completely different.
Taking the piss, but taking a piss. What else do we got? What other one? Drain the lizard. Why did I think that
out on the piss.
No, I haven't heard that one.
That's for drinking.
Haven't heard that one.
That's for when you go take a drink. Go drink too many beers.
Out of the piss? That's new.
Out on the piss.
Oh, out on the piss? No, that's a new one.
Have you heard of taking the piss?
Yeah, taking the piss. Yeah. Taking advantage, basically.
A
pot to piss in. Yeah,
What's that?
He doesn't have a pot to piss in. Means he's poor. He doesn't have a pot to piss in.
I don't have a pot.
Yeah, I don't have a pot to piss. He doesn't even have a pot to piss in. I don't even have a pan. Yeah, I don't have a spoon. I don't know.
I got spoons. Yeah. Be full of piss and vinegar.
Yeah, like you're full of piss and vinegar means you're like feisty and gung ho and ready to rock.
No, that's not me.
No, all right.
These are not what I was hoping for.
Yeah, so take a piss.
Take a leak.
Take a leak. Take a piss. Would not piss on if they're on fire.
I like that. I won't piss on you if you were on fire. These are not what I was looking for.
It's not quite what, yeah.
My brain was very excited.
Yeah, I thought, well, maybe there's another one. Yeah. A better one.
Anyway, let's get back to today's topic of discussion.
Yeah, what do we decide?
We are talking about your strange choice of a date place.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know.
I love it. I like it.
You brought up a good point when we discussed it earlier about it's a good way to gauge the person, right?
Totally.
Because you said the best one was how they treat wait staff.
Yeah. So if you have if you go on a date and the service is bad, or there's like a mess up with your food and the other person treats the waiter or even the establishment like trash, you're done. You're out. Gobshite. Yeah, I agree. Filth. I don't like you.
I agree. And, especially here for us, though, especially when they don't know the language. Like today when I ordered the cappuccino or the hot Americano and I got a cold one.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be mad at that because I don't know Thai. I can't. And that's why I never say anything when there's a mess up, because if I want to say something because there's a mess up, I need to know the language.
Yes.
Like, that's not their fault that they don't understand.
Many people don't have that idea or that way of thinking.
Well, but you also have to understand, coming from America, being an American,
being the whole entire place.
If you do not speak English in that country,
you
are like a piece of shit, and it's only fair. And I never really felt that way about.
I barely speak English.
Oh, whatever. I can teach it just fine, but
yeah.
But so that's been ingrained that you need to, if you're going to be in that country, you should learn the language.
Yes.
I never treated anybody poorly because they never understood English in America, but a lot of people feel that way about it. So
I think it's a nice thing. I know Thai people appreciate even if you just make a little bit of effort.
I know, and I
even
don't.
Even if it's just a hello.
I don't even do that. I don't even say sawadee krap.
You should.
I don't even say that. I don't say kap kun krap.
Oh, well, there was one I learned the other day.
I don't say anything.
It's so hard for me to say. Bangang bai. No. It's like sabai di mai, like how are you? Mm-hmm. But it's more like a hey, how's it?
It's more of a casual.
Yeah.
Kao jai mai.
Kao jai mai. I always struggle with that one.
Yeah, kao jai mai. I know that one.
But do you kao jai?
No.
Damn.
Very little. What's weird is like the more I hear it, the more I start picking up things. The only reason why I know kao jai mai is from school, because the Thai teacher kept asking the kids that.
Right.
And I'm like, she's asking. I just put two and two together, and it just made sense. So the more I'm around it, of course, you start picking up.
Yeah, it kind of comes naturally.
Yeah, but my effort to learn has been minimal. I learned the numbers just so I can say like.
Well, go on then.
Well, like if I
do 1 to 10.
Nung song sam si ha ha jib pad gao.
Wow, that's American accent for you.
Yes, it is very American accent. Yes, I know. And the tones, dude.
Tones are rough.
The tones. So I went on the date and there's 5 gaos. Gao 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 gao. Right. So there's gao. Yes. Now I'm not saying it right, but just for you guys at home,
there's no judgment.
This is how I heard it. Right. There's gao, which is old, and then there's gao, which is scratch. Right. Mm-hmm. So I was talking with Playing, and she was trying to explain it to me. And she's like, I was like, say scratch and old, and she goes gao gao, and I'm like, that was exactly the two same words. So then I'm like, how does this sound? Gao. She's like, oh, you said scratch. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I said what you said for old. It doesn't make sense. So there's like these 5 tones, and they go up.
Right.
Like one of them goes up. So it's like gao. No, that was a downtone. Gow. And it just, it blows my mind. I don't...
So yeah, they have rising tones, normal tones,
low tones,
dropping tone, or falling tone.
Falling tone, yeah. It's just, I don't get it.
They all mean separate things.
Yeah.
Like the word suwai. If you say it wrong, it can mean unlucky.
Yeah.
But if you say it the right way, not that there's a wrong way. Sometimes you want to say something is unlucky.
Yeah.
If you say it a different way, it means beautiful.
Yeah. Why would you make those two words sound the same when they're almost exactly opposite?
That's true.
Yeah, I'm sure there's English weird things like that, though.
You know, one thing that I thought was hilarious was in Thai, moi.
Okay.
Means pubic hair.
Moi?
Yeah.
Moi in Spanish means very, like a lot.
Moi in Afrikaans means pretty. Jy is baie mooi. You are very pretty. So if I said that, you're very pubic hair.
You're very pubic hair today.
You're very pubic hair.
Thanks.
You've got a natural curl.
Thanks.
All right, yeah. So we were talking about
where were we? I don't even know
your date, but also in general, like places and things that you can experience with someone else to kind of gauge what kind of person they are.
Yeah.
So like being stuck in traffic.
Yes. Well, what would be somebody who experiences road rage? What would you say if, let's say we're driving and someone cut me off and I just blow up and like, that son of a bitch, and I like start honking at them? What would that be an indicator of to you? That
you struggle dealing with things under pressure, or when you get frustrated, your emotions take control. When I'm stuck in traffic, I put music on. Yeah, I'll swear at a car.
Yeah,
I will.
But you just chill.
But I'll put music on. I'll turn it into karaoke.
So.
But yeah, if someone gets like stressed out by the smallest of things, it leads to difficulties in a relationship, I think.
So I have a confession.
You are an angry driver?
Yep. My daughter witnessed me for the first time get mad at somebody and tell them I was going to beat their ass.
Why?
Only one time. Well, it was
put it into context, because sometimes you need that anger.
Well, I think here's the thing. It could have just. It didn't matter what happened. I could have just drove off and went home. I didn't even care. It shouldn't even bothered me. The guy was like, he wasn't even a threat. Like if he were to get out and he was like actually trying to fight me, my Rihanna could have beat his ass. Like he was just that little. He was just a little guy. And what happened was there's a light where we were at in Spokane, Washington, and it turns green, but it's literally 3 seconds long. It goes like 1, 2, 3, and then it turns yellow and then red. Okay. It's that quick. So if you're not the first or second one in line, you're getting stuck at that light. It only lets like maybe 2 people through. Okay. And what happened is that the light turned green, and I waited maybe a quarter of a second to go. The guy behind me honked, and it wasn't like a trying to get my attention. It was like, he was like, get the yeah, exactly. Just like, and oh my God, dude, I was pissed. Okay.
Oh, you see, I get the giggles. If someone's angry like that, I will giggle.
Oh no.
And that would piss them off even more. No.
I was livid. So, you know how you get kind of shaky and your adrenaline starts pumping.
Body overheats.
I slow down. So he's behind me. We turn left. And he's behind me, so I kind of slow down, and then so he'd pass me, and so we get side by side, and I kind of like raise my shoulders, like, "Hey, what?" You know, and I kind of gave him this look, like, "What did I do?" You know, even though I was mad, I was still kind of like, "Hey, did I do something? What did I do wrong?" And he flipped me off. Oh, dude, no!
Don't flip me off.
So what I did is I let him get in front of me, and I got behind him. I just laid on my horn, and I followed him. And I just held my horn down.
That's healthy.
And I just followed him with the horn the entire time. And I followed him like 3 miles. My horn just going, and I just followed him everywhere he went. Then we got stuck at a stoplight, right? He's like 8 cars behind. And I have the whole entire lane. Yeah. And I park right next to him. I didn't park. I stopped right next to him. There's like this huge gap in front of me before the stoplight. And I do one of these things like you show him roll down your window. Even though
okay,
you push
millennial
the button.
and yeah.
Yeah, it's a millennial thing where you do the little rolly downy window thing. Yeah. So I spin my hand around, showing him roll down your window. I go, why'd you flip me off? He's like, I know you're not from here. That light takes it. I go, I'm not from here because my license say Montana, but I've been here a year. Okay, I just haven't trained my I know that stoplight. And he's like,
you know what would make the story better is if you guys both got out and just started making
locked lips.
So this like, pent up anger.
Thanks, buddy. And then jump in the car. Much better. Well, that didn't happen. Okay, that didn't happen. But so then he's like, I go, I forgot. It just kept getting escalated. And he's like, what are you going to beat a crippled's ass or something like that? He's going to beat up a crippled? He had a cast on his arm. That's what he said.
Did he have a little thing on his car?
No.
Did he get privileged parking?
No, he had a cast. But that's what he said. Privilege. He could have been crippled. I don't know. Or he could have been
Would you have hit him?
No, I would have never. I had never hit anybody in my life ever. But he's like, he goes, you gonna beat up a cripple or something like that? And I go, I don't care if it's a 6-year-old little girl or a 90-year-old woman. If they don't do that shit to me, they don't pull that shit, I'm not gonna let them get away with it. And so we just got in the screaming match, and then and I go, say you're sorry, and I'll just go home. Just say you're sorry. He goes, all right, if that's really what you want to hear, I'm sorry. I go, okay. And I rolled up my window, started driving off, and he goes, if I didn't have a broken arm, I'd beat your ass. And I'm like, I slam on the brakes, and I was about to back up, and then I'm like, nope, done enough. You won. You've gone too far. This is too far. Road rage.
You know what the moral of that story is? If you want to get out of a fight, just carry a cast around.
Yeah, just put it on really quick and be like, you're not going to do this to me,
are you? You're going to hit me?
You're going to, yeah. How dare you? You're the piece of shit. Yeah. No, it was a very uncharacteristic of me. But there was something about, I don't know what it is about.
I think in certain situations, I think it's okay. For example, my dad was in the car with my sister, and these two dudes were on the street, and they were making eyes at my sister, and she was like in high school. And they were doing provocative things.
Oh.
And my dad got out the car and messed them up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm all for that.
Yeah, that's bad. That one's hard. That's a hard one.
But if he was on a date and he did that, he would get extra brownie points. I don't know why I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Protecting his kid on a date.
But if I was on a date with you...
Oh, and I did that...
Well, my dad's version.
Yes.
I'd be like, oh, my heart flutters.
Oh, yeah.
But if you did your version, I'd be like, I could have been at home. But you followed this guy for 3 miles.
Yep.
On your horn.
No, it was shitty.
Yeah,
it was shitty. Yep, and after that, I vowed to never let traffic get to me like that again. Because that was so uncharacteristic of me. And it's just, I guess it's a testimony of how we can be out of character if the soup is just right.
That's true.
If that makes sense. Like, if you have a certain situations, we're all capable of just about anything. I believe that.
Oh, yeah.
If the soup is right. And in this case, some dude just didn't like that I took too long at a stoplight, and that's all it took.
Him with his little broken arm.
Yeah. So, Rihanna, if you're listening to this, sorry you had to be there for all that.
Oh, it builds character.
Poor parenting is poor parenting.
Nah, it builds character. Rihanna, you're fine.
Yeah. I don't know. Are you? Call me. Let's talk about it.
All right, back to your date.
Okay, yeah. So what was the point? Oh, yeah. So we said unusual dates. So yes, I picked this. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm very spontaneous. I just like doing things, and it can be anything. So there's what is it called? Surrogate? You say it better than I do.
Siriraj Medical Museum.
Yeah, Sirirat. It says J on here, but when you go to it's
got a T.
Yeah.
All right, Sirirat.
I believe, yes.
I'm going to go with Sirirat.
Yeah, I like that better. Sirirat. I can't do that. Siraji.
Sirirat.
What's the other one, though?
Siriraj. I don't like the J one. It's weird.
Yeah, I think they call it Sirirat. So if you look up where King Rama IX died. I think he died at Sirirat.
Well, probably.
Yeah. So, but anyway, they have a museum there.
And you like doing spontaneous things on dates?
I like doing spontaneous things that are going to be memorable.
And fun.
and fun. And I think
I went on a date with you.
Yeah, and we had fun.
And it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah. I didn't do that. That was the first time I'd done VR.
For the listeners listening, it wasn't a date. It was just a fun bros date. We were boys, man.
Man, you can call it whatever you want. I don't care. I had fun. Yeah.
All right, so you decided to go on this date to this medical museum.
Yeah, so I didn't tell her what it was. So I was like,
what do you mean?
She didn't know she was going there. I just said, meet me at the MRT station, and I have something planned. So I didn't tell her, but then I started looking at the photos.
Yeah, you might need to warn someone.
And I kind of knew it was going to be... a little dark. But then when I started looking at photos, that people
all right, let me explain to the listeners
let's build it up. Let's build it up.
Man.
They're in the dark.
I'm in the dark.
So I started looking at photos, and I started second guessing the date a little bit because I'm like, oh, this might not go well. So I text her and I'm like, hey, anytime I'm kind of having second thoughts about this. Are you a sensitive person? And she's like, yeah, kinda. And I go, well, anytime we're there and you need to leave, just let me know. No hard feelings, because I think it's going to be a lot.
I'm sensitive, but not like this. I'm more sensitive about feelings.
Oh, yeah. So you're not. You're a little bit more tough when it comes to seeing.
No one's ever
death.
said that. Yes, I'm very comfortable with death.
Well, so she said, yeah, that's fine. So Sirarat has a museum it's like a medical museum for medical students that go to that school.
So it was initially intended for medical students and professionals to learn about autonomy and medical conditions. And then over the years, their collection expanded, making it a unique destination for medical enthusiasts and tourists. AKA you on a weird
Perfect. Date. Yes. So yeah, that is exactly what it's for. And they have a lot of different things there. And there was a lot of dead babies. I'll just say it. There was a lot of dead babies.
Were they all the same or were they deformed? What
was
their
deformed.
Story?
They're Siamese. So Siam. I didn't know Siamese and Siam, old Thailand. That's where Siamese came from.
Lol.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's cute.
I found out today. Or yesterday I found out. So that's where Siamese twins come from.
Siam, Paragon.
Yeah, Siam, Icon Siam. Yeah.
Siamese, okay.
Yeah, because it was the old... But they had a lot of Siamese twins, babies that didn't survive the birth. They had babies that were still in the womb. So like women that were pregnant had died, the baby died, and they used the womb and they put it in...
Like the entire sack?
All of it.
And
they would slice... open the womb.
No.
Yeah, so the womb was open. You can see the baby in there. And okay, I want to make something clear. I am pro-choice, 100%. Okay. They showed babies or whatever, embryos to fetuses, whatever terminology you want to use. I'm just going to use babies as a broad. And they showed them from the cell, so you can see a little tiny little dot on an eye for the egg. Then it splits into 2, and then 4, 16, all the way up.
Wow, they had the whole
thing.
Developmental
yeah, so it'd be like
generation thing?
Pretty much.
Wow.
So it'd be like 1 week, 2 weeks, then 3 weeks, 1 month.
And it was
2 months, and it was the actual baby.
So they got babies that died at different times.
Yeah, so like
all
maybe
cells or whatever it is.
Yeah, so maybe after 3 weeks she had a miscarriage, and then
that's crazy.
I don't know how they got them, but they had them there.
Wow.
And I'm pro-choice, okay? But seeing a baby at 16 weeks, seeing a fetus at 16 weeks,
yeah,
was hard to see. It was really hard to see, knowing that, if you were to have an abortion, because I think that's what the accepted time is right now.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I think it's like right around... 16. I don't know what time frame it is. But when I saw it, I was like, "Ooh, that's rough." And I put my faith in the experts personally, but that was hard. There were some other things that were really interesting. So our face, for instance, grows in different parts.
Okay.
So there's like four different parts of our face that grow all into each other. Now, if there's something wrong with the developmental process...
What, from like side to side?
Yeah, so we think of... You see how we're symmetrical? Like, if you cut us right down in half...
God, not on a bad day. If I
Yeah. But for the most part, we have one eye. If you cut our nose in half, we have a nostril on each side.
Yep.
Yeah, so
we grow like...
Yeah, pretty much. We just kind of grow...
That's alien.
The face for sure.
Okay.
But this top part kind of grows down... like where your head is, your cheeks kind of grow in, and that's why like cleft palates are just your face not finishing the connection.
I wonder what causes that.
And
that's crazy.
Yeah, it just doesn't finish. And there's one where it can stretch from your eye all the way down to your lip, where it doesn't connect. I didn't know that.
From your eye to your lip?
From your eye all the way down to your lip, because that's where your cheeks are one.
I've never seen that.
Me neither. But they had it in there.
Do you think that still happens?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure it does. I've never even heard of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And
don't join completely.
And another thing that blew my mind is they showed the development of genitals. What was crazy.
Aren't we all like woman first? Like we're all neutral?
Yeah.
And
you can go either way. No, it could go either way. Just depends on what it decides, whatever chromosomes we have, it can go either way. But some people actually have like these weird mix of both.
Right. Yeah.
And they're all can come out in all kinds of different ways. And the weirdest one is that some boys don't develop penises until they're like hit puberty.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah. Some boys do not even develop a penis until they are...
Wow, the school system's failed me.
Yeah, I know, dude. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? It's very rare. But
listen, I'm going to go off topic, but it's related, I promise. Last night I was watching... So I'm addicted to social media on my phone. #sleep problems. So I watch on Facebook, they have the video option. So if you swipe to the right, you get short video clips.
Okay.
But they also do like little episodes of like SVU and Charmed. And
how long are they?
Last night I watched a mini episode of SVU for like 15 minutes.
Okay.
I think they might even have full movies on there. I don't
know. So it's real?
It's not a reel. It's like a video.
I know, but I mean, what social media platform?
I was using Facebook.
Oh, I didn't know that about Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, because I go through a whole routine of that I have to check all of them. It's like I'm addicted to social media, but also dealing with OCD.
You want it? When I got rid of Facebook, I got off my phone. I caught myself just
automatically
trying to click on it.
You know, when I open my laptop,
wild,
I automatically put my fingers on the W, A, and D like I'm gonna play a game.
Oh, see, so we're conditioned.
I'm conditioned.
We're brainwashed. But anyway, so you got to the small clips,
and it's pretty much a similar thing. But that was these twins. One had a circumcision, but there was a mistake or something went wrong with the machine and it cut a bit too much off. So the parents and the doctor decided to do a sex change on the little boy. And then that was like, it's a boy and a girl. And it was a really good SVU episode. I've missed special victims unit.
So when they decided to do the sex change.
But they didn't tell the kid.
Yeah, well, I know it's not real.
It's not real, but
did they exhibit female characteristics?
No, these people just made a judgment call because of the mistake the machine made.
Yeah, but I mean,
and then gave it hormones. And
they did the whole hormone.
They gave everything. They chopped everything off, turned it all inside out.
I don't agree with that at all.
No, well, of course not. But that was a good story.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't agree with that.
So you saw the.
So they showed
kids.
So I saw baby dicks, I guess. But
say that.
Yeah, but no, I mean it was really interesting to show kind of that how we develop could be there's no really anything can happen.
Right.
You know. And so we saw that the Siamese, they showed the different types of Siamese. Okay. Some of them have like and I could not understand this.
Right.
One of the kids, now it was like probably, almost a full term. This baby that they had in there had feet growing out of its mouth, and some of them
it's literally. Sorry.
And then there was another one that had feet growing out of its ass. It had legs coming out of its ass, and there's a name for it, and I forgot what it was called.
That is gonna give me a nightmare.
Yeah, and then there was all these other babies in there.
That's like when you put your foot in your mouth.
They had one face. Yeah, it was literally. Yeah. They had one face and two bodies. It looked like...
like one head?
Yeah, there was one head, and they had two bodies coming out of it. Oh my God. But the head was like really long. It was like a big head. I want to
see that.
Yeah, and they had... I forgot what they're called, where they have water on their brain, and their skulls are like 4 times larger than... They had everything in there.
That's crazy.
So there's that. That's just one part. That's one part of it.
Would you, when you die, would you give yourself up to science, or...
I thought about it. Yeah. I'm a registered donor, so if I die, they use my organs to save a life. Yeah, I'd like to. I mean,
what I want to do?
I just don't want him to do something weird like
so this is a broom and this is up the butt.
Yeah, something like put it in a car and say, what happens to a body if we blow up a car?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Something dumb like that. I want it to really actually advance.
Have you seen the tree pods?
The tree? Oh yeah, I want to do something like something like that would be cool.
I want to be in a tree cocoon.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, I think that would be kind of cool.
And then I want my eyes to grow out on the leaves and shit.
That would be cool. They're like little Pierres, like just in there. They're just leaves, but they look like you.
And they're like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, they whisper shit. Yeah.
So I see there's like 5 exhibits.
Yeah, but only 3 of them. One of them's permanently shut down.
Oh,
the other one they were remodeling. It had something to do with the Queen. I forgot. Let me see. So there's the Anatomy Museum,
pathological, forensic.
Yeah, the forensic. So
one.
I'll talk about the forensic one. So the forensic, the parasite one, and the pathological. Oh, the prehistoric. So the prehistoric and the Anatomy Museum, I think. No, the Forensic Museum's open. So we went to that. The forensic one was interesting.
God, I love CSI.
You would like this because they break down... Well, they showed really graphic photos of murders in there. So people have been stabbed like in the chest like 100 times. They had a picture of them dead in there, and they showed all the wounds.
That's one thing about Thailand, man. Is like if you... Like, let's say you're in a car accident. Your picture is going to be taken. Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's everywhere, though. I think everybody does that. Really? Yeah, I think everybody's like, holy shit, look at this crazy thing. And I would never do that. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Don't do that. They had it. They had all these photos of people. Like, one person they show... Now, it's forensic, so they're showing you how they... Like, the entry wound and the exit wound. And it showed where the person got shot with a shotgun at point-blank range in the cheek. Damn. And their head was just pretty much split in half. It was just like open. So they had those in there. They had a it was a kind of a famous woman was killed by a doctor, murdered and chopped up by a doctor, and the doctor threw her body in this river somewhere. Okay. So all her clothes that she was wearing when she was killed is in display in this museum. Would you spend a night at that place? Oh yeah, no problem. By yourself? No problem. In the dark? Yeah, no problem. I wouldn't. I'm not scared of that. I don't believe in ghosts or anything. They also had murder weapons in there. So if they had different like knives and things, and they had a picture corresponding to the wounds. So if somebody used a hatchet or a machete, one of them used a machete and it showed all the marks on his head. Oh. There was the machete that did the damage. Yeah. I think that's too real. Yeah, and they had skulls in there of people who got shot in the head by bullets, and it showed their skull, what it does to your skull when you get shot by a 9mm or a... That's crazy. So I see that it was established in 1887. So that's a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, they had full bodies in there too. Like real? Yeah, real bodies just laying in these like huge glass. Is that allowed?
It was. It's supposed to be for medical. It's science shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they had. There was everything. People that donated.
So you didn't see the dinosaurs?
No, I didn't even know the prehistoric could be just prehistory. Could be man.
Were they saying it's like showcasing fossils?
Oh, no. None of
artifacts that. Relating to prehistoric humans.
No. Unfortunately, there was
and ancient medical practices, what?
There was a little bit of that, but there was a little bit of that in there, but nothing. They showed like skulls where they did surgery back in the day and where it started healing. So like when way back they would be like, "Oh, you have a demon in your brain," and they just drill a hole in there.
And I knew that was my problem.
And they just like let it out, and then the demon. And so they showed some of the healing process, but there was a lot. There was a lot of stuff in there, but the biggest one.
How long did you spend on the tour?
Well,
is it a guided tour, or you just wander by yourself?
No, you just walk around.
I love that.
Yeah, you just do whatever you want. They didn't care. Like, it would have been easy. I could have just grabbed something off the shelf and put it in my pocket.
And it's cheap. It says it's 200 baht for an adult.
Well, that's changed. It's 300 for a foreigner.
It must be 200 then for a Thai.
100.
100 for Thai. So in Thailand, that's one fun thing, is if you are a tourist, you pay at least double the actual price. So if you're going into, for example, you're going to an island and they have a natural park, you will be paying 2 to 3 times the price of a Thai person.
What a Thai citizen.
Which I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest, but I would expect or would want the rest of the world to follow that same rule.
I kind of like it. I don't think that's
so
bad.
If you come to South Africa, charge everybody different prices, but we don't do that.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with that. No,
I just don't like it.
No, I don't like it because I had to pay 3 times more than Pling did. So,
but we don't do that in other countries. Do you? You don't charge different things.
No. Nope.
In America.
Well, I think it's easy to identify foreigners here. It's a little bit easier than
but how do you explain? I would say sometimes, but I have friends who are called Lukrem, which is half Thai, half foreign, and they look westernized. So they look more Western than they look Thai.
So I'm sure they don't
show
get it right.
ID.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they don't get it right all the time. You know what I mean? But I think most of the time it's pretty easy to tell who's who here.
It just would have been much nicer if they just kept it a standard price for everybody, because we're all human. We're all part of the human race.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with both those. I see where, a country might say, no, our citizens, we're taking care of our citizens. You're the visitor here. You can pay more for this exhibit that we're offering you. These Thai citizens pay their taxes. You don't. So I do. I kind of, well, we do. Yeah, because I paid mine too here, but I guess that's kind of a thought. But so that the forensic was interesting.
What was the creepiest thing? Oh, what?
They had a tsunami exhibit because this was another interesting thing about the tsunami that got me thinking. So there was a tsunami here in 2004, right?
Yeah.
Hit Phuket.
God, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, it hit Phuket. They made the movie. I think Ian McGregor's in it.
Yeah, and Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the young Spider-Man. Yeah, that's right.
Baby Spider-Man.
Yeah. So they made a movie about it. It was a big deal. Okay, so about 3,000, about almost 4,000 people died. And they had like an exhibit of mannequin. It wasn't a mannequin. It was like think of like a wax, like when you go to a wax museum and you see the people and they look real. Yeah. They had one like that of showing the forensic people there identifying bodies, and they had this like fake bloated body from the tsunami. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. Like the tongue was really swollen, the face was just swollen, the stomach.
You know what? That's got to be very traumatic for people who actually experienced it. Yeah, and then go to that museum. Yeah. Definitely. Damn. You know what I remember is I used to watch Oprah a lot.
I liked Oprah.
And she was like my TV mom. I learned a lot from her show. I don't like her that much now, but I love... I don't know much about her. Yeah, she does things.
Around? I don't even know. Yeah, you're right.
But when she did her TV show, it was just something nice. Anyway, she had a very attractive interior designer on her show frequently.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in Thailand when that happened, and his husband got swept away. They never found his body.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's harsh.
There's also that one guy in Japan who goes deep sea diving looking for his wife.
Still?
Not from that time, but from their tsunami.
Oh, from when they got hit really bad. Oh, my God,
because he promised her that he would take her home.
And she's gone.
And she's gone, but he's still deep sea diving looking for her. That breaks my heart.
Yeah, that is sad.
I think that's what I want. You know, I'd rather be single forever, but that's the kind of serious love I want. If you're not offering to look for me,
I have a tattoo on
don't
me.
even bother.
It says, "'Tis better to love than loss than to have never loved at all." And I don't know if I believe that.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Where is it? We can cut it off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's
you don't
pretty
need
important part. Yeah.
It's a big load of bullshit.
So you would rather not have that kind of love?
No.
Because that's what
I'd rather have no love.
It is better
unless I meet someone and I know they will do that for me.
That it's that kind of love. Yeah. I see.
If not, you need not apply.
I see.
I'll rather buy another cat.
I agree.
I'll be the crazy cat lady. Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah, you think the cats are going to come looking for you?
No, they would eat me.
Yeah, if you die, they're eating your face, dude. They're just going to gnaw off your face.
But I do like the idea of being, used.
Oh, so
they can use my entire body if I die.
Go to waste.
Yeah.
Okay,
they'll be fed.
Fair enough. Well, you'll be with them forever at that point.
God, so I've been packing up my apartment and cleaning up stuff. That's what I did yesterday.
Mm.
And I've been so convinced that I was a dog guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm 100% a dog guy, and it's just this one random cat.
How did you end up with that cat?
I bought her.
But you're a dog guy. Okay. Yeah. Finish your story.
It's easier to have a cat than a dog living in Thailand.
Yeah.
Because if I needed to go away for a night or something, then she's fine.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal. And then I was just thinking to myself, damn, I'm a cat person. Mm-hmm. I literally have cat coasters.
I know. You're like, I don't like cats. And then everything's cats. I'm like, okay,
everything is a cat.
Dude. Yeah, I know.
The thing that holds my bracelets and my keys and my wallet, that's a cat.
Yeah.
I have a crocheted cat with a bell on it. Where my cat sleeps, I swear to God, I've made her an altar.
Why?
There's a sticker that if the sun shines, it creates like a little rainbow.
Why did you ever think you were a dog person?
Because I grew up with dogs.
Oh, so you just kind of...
lied to myself.
Yeah, I see. I am not an animal person.
Oh, you hang out with me. It's pretty much the same thing.
I do like your cat, though.
Yeah, she's fine.
Mm-hmm.
What about? Tell me about the parasites. I'm going back to your date.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
And have you had a parasite cleanse?
So after I left there, for plain sake, I didn't get to really dive deep like I wanted to. I could have been in that part of the museum.
That sounds disgusting. Don't ever say that again.
Oh man, I get used to it. I'm gonna be saying shit like that all the time. Take a piss. Anyway, so I when I go to a museum, I'll sit there and I like taking my time reading and learning, right? So I didn't really get a chance to do that, but I did a little bit, and I've decided I'm never eating food again.
Oh,
yes, it's that bad.
That's the basis of this podcast.
I'm never eating food again.
So just snacks.
Yeah, something that I'm almost certain cannot be infested with a parasite.
So meat.
So bad.
Noodles. Salmon.
No.
Or as my kids would say, salmon.
Salmon.
No. Salmon.
No. I can't. I mean, all honesty.
Why?
I did second guess eating meat after I went there because it's not so much. If you cook meat, it's safe.
It's fine.
It's probably had parasites in it.
Yeah.
They're dead.
You have parasites.
Yeah, but not like these. Not like these.
I am one.
No, not like these. I'll take Might be close, but you're not quite like these. And so they had, which I thought was really weird. They had a little patio, like a mock patio area with a picnic table and chairs, and there's like a little food cart. Yeah. You know, like you go downstairs here and you see all the food carts. Yeah. Just like that. Yeah. And then they had this big, huge display of all the different dishes that street food vendors sell. And right next to each street food had a little petri dish showing what parasites could be in that if you don't eat it when it's cooked. Yeah.
Did they have one for fruit?
Nope, there was not a fruit one.
I've eaten chicken.
Yep, the chicken, if it's not cooked properly.
No, it's always been... I've gotten food poisoning twice in 11 years. That's pretty good. Oh my god.
That is why...
Oh my god!
Yeah. Yep.
That's not okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is that a...
It's a roundworm. It's a roundworm. Yeah. That's what happens with roundworms. So...
I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
Don't show me anymore.
So, I went there and I didn't know Isan food. They eat a lot of raw food. Isan, it's raw.
Bro, like, I you know what I love eating? This is gonna be so gross. Shrimp.
Raw shrimp?
Yeah.
I know. I had it for the first time
with a
here.
Green...
I don't know what...
With the green sauce.
Like, it's spicy. Oh, the green sauce is great here. I love the green sauce.
And it's got a chili and it's got a garlic.
I had it. They ordered it. I went with the kid I tutor. I went with their family.
I love that.
And they just ordered shit. And they just... You know how the Thai way, they order a bunch of food and they just... You pick off what you want? Yeah. Well, I didn't know what I liked. So they just started loading stuff on my plate. Yeah. And I saw that raw shrimp. And I'm like, there's no way I can eat this.
You did it.
I did. And I liked it. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. But then...
That's how I felt about peanuts.
Oh, man.
Anyway, what else did you eat?
So, yeah, there's that. So they did do the... And then they showed the salmon. Yeah. They showed the salmon and what kind of parasites are in there. Then you go to the display... And it showed all the food, Isan food, with the with what parasite could
potentially be in it.
Yeah, and then it shows what it does to you.
What does it do?
So there's like elephantitis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shut
that
up.
That comes from a parasite.
Living here, I every year to get my work permit, I have to get tested for elephantitis.
Yeah, it's from a parasite. I didn't know that.
Up.
Yeah, from here. Yeah, liver flukes. You can get liver flukes that live in, like these little... They're flukes. They're called flukes. I don't know. They're like a little parasite. They live in your liver. Fuck you up. There's one that lives in your eye.
Those are weird.
Yeah.
Do you see them swimming? Is it that one?
Well, you can see them in your eye. Like, it's
like
not...
a floater?
No, it's not like a floater. Like, I can look into your eye and I can see it squirming around.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is just
That's
the tip
from the
of
food?
Yeah.
Shit.
From the Isan food... Like street vendor shit.
Alright, I know that we're fine for parasites, but I think we're gonna go buy the tablets.
Yeah. Pinworms.
I don't know.
Have you heard of pinworms? You wanna know what a pinworm? How they find out if you have pinworms or not?
No, how?
They wake you up in the middle of the night really quick, take Scotch tape and put it on your asshole in the middle of the night and look at the Scotch tape and see if you have worms.
Ah!
Because what happens is if you have pinworms
they're tiny.
Yeah. Those are the eggs.
Oh, those are the eggs.
Yeah, but what pinworms do when they live in your lower big...
Oh, they look like a little fish.
Yeah.
Ooh, is it that? No. Yes.
Yeah. So what they do while you're sleeping at night, they'll crawl out your asshole, and then they lay eggs
around your butt.
Yeah, and so like kids, when they have it, they scratch, right?
Oh my!
It gets in their fingers, and then they infect you. And get this. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Kids are gross.
They're nasty, yeah, because it itches. But what happens is you auto-infect yourself. So because you're scratching, you might pick up a sandwich and eat, then you infect yourself again, and it just keeps going, and it never goes away.
We need to get hand sanitizer.
No, dude, I just want to go and take a shower and bleach. I left there like I'm not eating food.
How tiny that is.
Yeah, and they crawl out your little butthole.
Oh, and it's little? Thank you.
I haven't seen it. So. But yeah, they'll just lay eggs right around.
Didn't some people get like tapeworms so that they could lose weight?
Yeah, I heard that you can buy like in Mexico you can buy little pills. But roundworms, yeah, they have the tapeworm too. Those were in there. Those things get like 22 meters long or something.
We need to just that's on the toilet. The toilet.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after I left there, I was like questioning. Like I went and had sushi that one day.
Isn't some of the side effects that you feel tired?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. But I also haven't been sleeping.
Well, yeah, that probably plays a role in it too.
So I
drink some water, dude. Just drink some water.
Drink some fucking water.
Just drink some water.
I'm gonna open that window and just throw you the fuck out.
I knew you'd like that one. But the parasite one, that one to me was the most interesting.
I think that's one of the grossest things. I'm okay with the body parts. This is the most boring
one. I was like, what are you talking about? They had the display.
She's got the parasite in her.
Yeah, it's the one talking to me.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is okay. Eat more food.
Eat me.
Yeah. Ugh. So gross. The parasites were hard. That one really messed with me.
Paracetamol. I want to see parasites. Effects
of
parasites.
Also, too, people that don't...
This is also how I self... self... What do you want? Diagnose myself.
Yeah. There was one more thing I forgot to say about some people donated their body to the medical.
Right.
And they have their body on display with the painting of them showing, so you can see who it was.
I mean, I love myself.
Yeah, it was weird.
But not that much.
Yeah, it's super weird. So this one guy had all of his stomach, his internal organs, embalmed or in formaldehyde or something. And yeah, all you see is his stomach just sitting there, and then there's his picture right above it.
Oh, it's like weird. He's famous.
Yeah, kind of is immortal now.
I still don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, it was kind of macabre, pretty macabre.
I'm really grossed out about there's the flukes.
Yeah.
I'm really freaked out about the parasites ones. I think I'm okay with the human bodies.
It was cool.
That's interesting.
I liked it.
And I think it's interesting to see how we develop and do changes as babies to birth.
And what can go wrong.
And the things that go wrong.
Yeah, what
the
can
cleft
go wrong.
palate thing. I think all that's interesting. But this is more...
Well, how do you feel about the murder, the forensic one? Because they had a body in there that was burnt. Like it was someone's...
I follow a... I'm weird. I find hoarders interesting.
Well, they are interesting.
The medical, I find it... I want to clean for them. Like that's one of my dream jobs. I want to go into someone's house and just help clean.
Just get it wiped out.
Just do it from top to bottom. Yeah. And that stuff's interesting for me. But I do follow this one page on Facebook. It's kind of weird that it's on Facebook. But it's like how they clean up crime scenes.
Oh, okay. That would be kind of interesting, I think.
Oh, it made me feel bad. It was the one episode, the one stories. Like the guy died on the floor in his apartment, and no one found him for a week. Oh, so it was gross, huh? And I was just thinking to myself, damn, how long would it take for someone to find me? Because I was thinking people would be like, no, Pierre's just being Pierre. He likes his solo life. Not how I know you. I don't see you. You've always answered me. Hey, you want to do something? If I didn't hear from you, I'd worry. Would you worry? Yeah, I would. If I didn't hear from you after a day, I'd be coming over. Yeah. Aww. After a day. Hashtag feels. Yeah. Well, you always answer. I mean, it would be different. No, I do always answer. Yeah. So if they didn't answer, something's wrong. Yeah. You know? So that's just how I see it. Oh. Yeah. All right. So, Oh, the amoebas. What is that? Oh, shit, dude. So the amoebas, which is another thing. Do you have you ever done... feet? What? Oh, I don't know. What are you talking about? No, it's amoeba. What is an amoeba? So it's like a single cell organism. It looks like a little blob with a big nucleus in it. Mm-hmm. And have you ever seen those nasal things that you like those nasal drains? Yeah. Neti pot. Yeah. You know what a neti pot is? Yeah. So neti pots can actually get you to put a brain-eating amoeba
in your system.
You know
you
what?
die.
I'm done with life.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, amoebas live in those neti pots sometimes if you don't do it properly. So when you're sitting there draining your nose, you're actually infecting yourself with a brain-eating amoeba. You're dead. When you get that, you're fucking done, dude.
Is it from not cleaning the neti pot?
I'm sure they explained it, but
that is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those. I have one of those little squirters.
Yeah, like the ear.
It's like an enema for your nose.
Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. I think I have one here. I use it on my ears.
And that comes with like a special little powder.
It's saline. Yeah, it's for the saline. It's like salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I use that when I'm sick. Anyway, so you get one of those and then you die.
Yep, it eats your brain and you're done.
Well, my one would be left hungry.
And then,
because there's not much there.
One kid was dared to eat a snail.
Oh my god, I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Paralyzed. Because it was infected with the freaking roundworm or something. Got in his brain and shit. Yeah.
That was horrible. Please don't eat snails.
Yeah. So, if there's anything I learned, I had sushi for the first time in a really long time a few days ago. I love sushi, and I don't think I can do it again. Yeah, that's kid. Him. Yeah, that kid right there.
Oh, he's such a good-looking fella.
Yeah.
Did he die?
Yep, he died a few years after.
Poor kid, man. Oh, shit. That's rough. Alright, so this kid ate a snail and then became paralyzed. He was 19.
Yeah, sad.
He was an avid rugby player.
Yeah, it's sad. So you can't, you just never know. That place had me scared.
Look at how different he is.
Yeah.
From a snail.
Yeah.
From
Cook your food.
Snail. Don't eat snails. Oh, I do eat snails.
I've never had a snail before.
It's escargot, isn't it?
Yeah. I've never had it. Well, if it's cooked, you're okay.
I think if you cook anything. Oh, it comes from a parasite that lives in rats.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. Because I think the snails, eat the shit. The rat shit or something.
Lungworm disease.
That's what it was. Yeah, lungworm. Yeah. Because I think it was in it. I think it got in his brain. If I remember right.
He did pass away. That breaks my heart. Would you recommend that as a date?
Well,
destination.
Destination. I think, like you were talking about, kind of, in certain situations.
I think if you were a serial killer, that should be your first date.
Yeah, because you get to see all these murders. They have photos of people who are dead. One guy, they showed people hanging. It showed they had the rope or the extension cord that they used in that museum, and then they had a picture of them. So it was pretty brutal. So as far as a first date, I think you could make it fun if you played dumb. Hey, there's this medical museum. Maybe we'll get to see something cool. It might be kind of fun to check out. And then when you get there, you guys can talk about how horrible it was.
Well, you hope that's what the other person talks about.
Or how,
I'm so turned on by this.
Yeah, then you're like, okay.
You want to see my rope?
All right. You see all the ropes I've collected?
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I would say no. I would say...
But you're glad you did it?
Yeah, I think for her and I think she got more out of it than I did, truthfully.
Well, not the parasite one.
No, she was bored in there. I was like, this is the best one.
She's like, I've had all of these.
Yeah, these are... I know that. That's Todd. Todd the parasite. I know that guy.
How do you think I stay so skinny?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely something to check out.
The website says that it's pretty graphic and unsettling.
Very
I have to agree.
Very
May not be suitable for everybody. Yeah. And that they should be prepared for a unique and often eerie experience.
That is all very true, and I cannot emphasize that enough. It was I saw the photos. I kind of knew what I was getting into, but when I got there, it was much more than that. Yeah, so there's that. I think might be. That's the prehistoric one. Okay.
Things. What is something that you want to do next?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. I was gonna try that 40-year-old soup they have going on. It's been cooking for 40 years.
See, I'm okay not to do that.
Well, I mean, what they do is they just keep adding to it. It just keeps boiling.
I'm okay not to do that.
I want to try it.
You do that.
But it's so far. It's far.
No.
It's far. So I didn't want to travel all that way just to eat the soup and then come home.
No.
You know.
Have you done the water market?
No, I was just gonna bring that up. Floating market or the
market.
Train market or the train one.
Yes.
I know that one's quite.
I haven't done the train, but the floating markets are lovely.
Yeah.
People are so friendly.
Yeah, maybe we'll do the floating one. I'll get Plang to come with us, and she can do all the talking. Or do you want to... I know you mentioned doing the boat thing, the buffet.
Oh, no, those are shit.
Are they that bad?
Yeah, they suck. It's just cheap.
But is the food...
But it looks pretty.
That's what I was going to ask.
You get to
see
the
food sucks, not the boat ride, though.
So I went on one, and they had this chick singing, and I actually called the lady who I bought the tickets from, because I took my dad. It was like a dad, it was like a family thing. Mm-hmm. So I took my dad and his missus, and I was like, we're going to go see Bangkok City from a different view. Mm-hmm. And the food was fine. The food was great. It was nice. But then they had this lady who thought she could sing. Okay. And I felt like I was being kidnapped because you can't get off of the boat. It was ear rape.
Considering swimming to the...
I was like, I'm going to jump. Yeah. I started messaging. I'm like, you need to warn people.
It was that bad?
Unprovoked, crazy person just singing.
Oh, so it wasn't like part of the boat ride. It was just some random...
No, it was definitely part of it.
Oh, okay.
But no one tells you before. Hey, there's going to be this lady.
That's funny.
Going to be belting out a few numbers. So yeah, that actually pissed me off.
So it doesn't sound, other than that, it was...
right now.
Yeah. Want me to go beat their ass?
Yeah. And sink that boat.
Let's get tickets and I'll do that. But other than that, it was the only thing, or what?
I was just thinking of like datey things you can do.
Well, I mean, other than the singing, was it okay?
Oh yeah, totally fine.
They have like those boat rides in the small rivers. I've seen people get on and off of those.
Oh, you know what? I like taking the boat from Sapan Taksin pier and then going to Chinatown, to the China flea market.
Or the Icon Siam too. You can do that from Icon Siam.
Yeah. The Hilton has a very nice buffet, Sunday buffet.
Oh, I'm going to send it to you. I found someone posted a bunch of places that have 100 baht buffets. I'm like, how can that be good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Is it shabu stuff?
I don't know.
Because I can do that once a year. It's not my vibe.
I can look at it and figure it out. There's like 10 of them on there.
The hot pot stuff is okay when you have a beer.
Yeah, I like
to loosen up, but I don't like all the sharing and grabbing things by yourself.
Yeah,
I feel like what am I supposed to do?
And it's messy too.
Oh my god,
so messy. Like
there's no space.
When we went out, what day was that? When we went
out? That was a Friday.
Yeah, I like it because I'm starting to get comfortable with it, and I think it's kind of fun. But how much grease from the fat splattered everywhere?
Bro, I was so stinky.
I know, it was gross. I got here.
I had a hot pot shabu face treatment.
And it smelled. I know, and it smells awful.
I had pig fat in my pores.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Did you see my cup from when I was drinking?
No.
It was just covered in grease. And it's splashing. I'm like, I'm not getting a drink.
But you know what? It is delicious.
It was good. Yeah, it was really good. Well, anyway, yeah, we'll plan. Actually, we should go do something. It can be our next episode.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
So I'm not doing anything all week.
Shut up.
I don't know. What do you have to... What's that thing you have to do? Work? Is that what it's called? Is that right?
I will slap you.
Okay. It is work. Yeah, that's right.
So hard.
I remember. God, it's been so long. Jeez. All right, well, what did we get today? An hour.
Damn.
Over an hour, dude. What?
All right. Well, that's that.
All right, guys. Tune in next time whenever we decide to put one up. So, yeah.
This is fun.
Yep. Have a good one.
Adios.
We are pill pals, you and I. Candy